Order this meeting for Monday, January 6th. Jordan, would you start us off with a roll call?
Please respond by stating present. Councilmember Ronayne.
Present.
Faubourg.
Present.
Liebelt. Ward.
Present.
Johnson.
Present.
Reinbold.
Present.
Langer. Norvstrup.
Present.
Mayor Schoeneman.
Present. Please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm not aware of any changes to the agenda, so I would take a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion Reinbold, second Norvstrup. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Next, we've got an approval of our minutes from the previous meeting, which was held on December 23rd. I would take a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Motion Johnson, second Reinbold. Anyone have anything on those minutes? Any changes that anyone needs made otherwise? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. No one was signed up to speak for open forum, so we've got 8 items on our consent calendar, including some licenses, lottery notices, and other permits and so forth. Would someone care to make a motion on our consent calendar this evening?
So moved. Second.
Motion Ward, second Norvstrup. Anyone have any points to discuss as it relates to any of these items? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Singular item of old business is a second reading, which would approve the ordinance 24-1204, which rezones R2 to M, the properties of the Aberdeen Central High School campus. Ken, any changes on that?
Thank you, Mayor. No, there have been no changes since first reading.
Sounds good. It passed unanimously the last time that we met 2 weeks ago. Would someone care to make a motion on the second reading?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilwoman Faubourg and a second from Councilman Reinbold. Any final thoughts before we take this second reading vote?
Mr. Mayor,
Go ahead, Councilwoman.
can I just ask Ken, in general, what's your office doing? Like, how did this come about? Are you just cleaning up some zoning that should have been done at other points in time? Can you kind of give us an overview?
Right. So this one came about just the school district approached us about doing some changes at the campus, and that would lead to necessary variances and special exceptions. And we offered to rezone them similar to some of the other school properties that we've done in the past. It's something we continue to do, but we're not just going to go out and do every campus at one time. It's just as they come to us.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Jordan, would you give us a roll call on that second reading and possible approval?
Councilmember Ronayne.
Aye.
Faubourg.
Aye.
Ward.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Norvstrup.
Aye.
Mayor Schoeneman.
Aye, motion carries. We've got 4 items of new business to discuss here tonight. The first one is the approval of the reappointment of Jack Hollingsworth, Jeff Mitchell, and Kurt Presler to the Residential Contractor Board. And we also have a slate of new appointees, including Doug Karst, Duncan Ferreira, Austin Holscher, and Nathan Solom. And Ken, why don't you walk us through that board and what those appointments would mean?
This board has been in place for 10 plus years now. They normally deal only with instances where there are concerns or complaints with a contractor or a permitted project. They meet very rarely. So our board kind of petered out with people moving away or retiring. So we found we had some holes in there and decided to try and get a full board together again. So it's really just kind of a housekeeping issue.
Thank you. Ken, when was the last time that they met on an issue?
It's probably been about 5 years,
Okay. So they're just on standby in case something comes up.
pretty much.
So I recognize quite a number of these names, and they all seem like appropriate selections. Would someone care to make an appointment a motion to appoint these?
Move to
folks?
approve.
Second.
Motion Reinbold, second Johnson. Anyone have any questions? Need a roll call vote on this, okay? Just do a voice vote on this one then. If there's nothing else from the council to discuss as it relates to these appointments, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. Motion carries. Next is our possible approval. It's a pay request. It's a big one for the Aberdeen Waterworks heat exchanger. It's a replacement in the amount of $102,511.80, and that is paid to Climate Control here in Aberdeen. Stu, what can you tell us about this pay request?
Thank you, Mayor. So this is kind of as the action form says. They've removed the old heat exchanger, are preparing piping. I think the last communication I saw puts the new heat exchanger in Aberdeen so they can start installing it here in about 2 weeks. So I would anticipate this should be able to wrap this project up sometime in February.
Sounds like it's going well. Would someone care to make a motion for the approval of that pay request?
I'll move to approve. Second.
Motion Johnson, second Ward. Does anyone on the council have anything to discuss or have any questions as it relates to the project itself? Okay, Jordan?
Councilmember Norvstrup,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Ward,
Aye.
Foberg,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
I will abstain, but the motion does carry. Next, we've got a possible approval to the authorization of Computer Service Division to purchase 43 desktop computers from a company called Bytespeed in the amount of $33,196. Jordan, would you walk us?
Thank you, Mayor. As you know, the IT department falls under the finance office. So we have obtained quotes for computer hardware. This would replace 43 desktop units. We obtained quotes from several companies out there in the field. This proposal from Bytespeed appears to have the best warranty and combination of hardware attributes, and staff recommends approval.
Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate that explanation. Look like a fair price on those machines. Would someone care to make a motion on that purchase?
So moved. Second.
Motion Johnson, second Ward. Any questions for Jordan on these computers? I've written down Austin, so it threw me for a loop. I was kind of looking around for that guy, but no, Jordan it is. Jordan, would you give us a roll call vote then, please?
Councilmember Ronayne,
Aye.
Foberg,
Aye.
Ward,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Norvstrup,
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
Aye, motion carries. Next is setting a municipal election date of June 3rd, 2025, as required by South Dakota Codified Law 913-1 for the following vacancies: Southwest District City Council member, as well as Southeast District City Council member. Jordan?
Thank you, Mayor. Codified law says that we must designate our election date by January 14th. This is our attempt to do so for both vacancies that would be apparent in 2025.
Will anything else be held on that election day?
I've reached out to the county auditor and the school finance director. It's unknown for sure exactly what elections might be held on that. But if we were to have an election, those entities would combine with us.
Thank you, Jordan. Does anyone care to make a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion Ward, second Norvstrup. Any questions from the council? And Jordan had also provided that breakdown of the timing as it related to that. So the reason we chose this out of the three options of timing was
Due to the nature of our election being combined, each different scenario in that handout has different requirements. This is what we're required to do with an election combined.
has to be the third, not
Yep,
the.
that's correct.
Sounds good. We've got our motion. We've got our second. Does anyone else have any questions? Hey, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Review and approval of our claims and payroll bills this week, of course, January 6th, but the payroll will be for the pay period of December 29th through January 11th.
Move to approve.
Got a motion from Councilman Johnson, second from Councilman Ronayne. Does anyone have anything before we take a roll call vote on this one? All right, Jordan?
Councilmember Norvstrup,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Ward,
Aye.
Fauberg,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
Will abstain to the payment to climate control, otherwise aye, and the motion does carry. Next, we've got our city manager's report. Robin, you were explaining that we've got some things going on. What have we got?
Couple items. We did do a 30-year certificate of appreciation to Jeremy Thorstensen today. 30 years, a good start. He was a young man when he started, and he's still a young man today. So it'll be cool to see how long that career can go. But he was basically straight out of high school, as I understand it, when he started with us. So he's had a good career with us so far, and worked his way up the ranks very well over the course of his career. Secondly, I thought I'd mention that I think there's a lot of talk right now about the PUC's hearing coming up on the 17th regarding the carbon pipeline, and I think there are a lot of maps out there showing potential routes, and so I thought I'd have Ron walk through potential next steps with us here and just see what our options are.
Thank you, Robin. So on January 17th, there is going to be a public input meeting held here in Aberdeen before the PUC for the public to hear from Southern Carbon Solutions their proposed route through the state and presumably through Brown County. And that hearing is a trigger time for the council because the next Friday, the following Friday, that is the January 17th is a Friday. On January 25th, parties will need to apply for party status. Persons interested in the carbon dioxide transmission pipeline will need to apply for party status before the Public Utilities Commission. Party status means that you become a party. You get treated as a party. You have rights of a party, but you also have the obligations of a party. And so we will also be posting a notice of possible quorum so that council members can attend that and not feel that they're doing anything wrong in violation of open meetings laws. But we are planning on meeting then on January 20th, that council meeting, to talk about that meeting and what the council thinks they want to do as far as applying for party status. In the meantime, I intend to work with a local law firm to potentially put out a plan for what that would entail. Right now, I can tell you that I would not be able to handle that. Your office, your city attorney would not feel qualified to handle this type of matter before the Public Utilities Commission. So we would be looking at, if we decide to go party status and make that application, we'd be looking to retain local counsel. But I also want the council to be aware that no matter what, we would be able to comment and appear at PUC hearings and certainly be interested persons in those. We may not need or desire to be party status, but that's a conversation we can have in greater detail on the 20th after we've all had a chance to listen to what transpired at the public input meeting. And for my purposes, our magic date is January 24th, which is the date that these applications for party status would need to be submitted to the PUC.
Our meeting that week would actually be the 21st, right, because of MLK Day?
Oh, I'm sorry, yep. So we would have the meeting, the public input meeting on Friday the 17th. Our council meeting would then be the 21st, you're right, the Tuesday following Martin Luther King Day. And then that Friday of that same week is when we'd need to submit an application for party status if that's what the council chose to do, okay?
Thank you for that clarification, Ron. I appreciate the input on that. as always, and thanks to Jeremy Thorstensen for toughing it out for 30 years. He started as a garbage man, right, in the city, and worked his way all the way up. Now he's in charge of all of them. Congratulations, Jeremy. Anything else before we adjourn? Okay, take a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Motion Reinbold, second Northstrop. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you all very much.